Hello and welcome to another episode of Ladder Anxiety with me, Proximus. Okay, so up in the top left here we have me, Proximus, and in the bottom left we have Infestor with a capital R for, I don't know, stylishness. But he is playing Terran, so that's probably to confuse people. But he does have a cool logo, so I will let him off. And this is on Whirlwind, so you've got this one Zelnaga in the centre, and lots and lots of bases all the way around. So you can expand away from your opponent pretty easily, so you're nice and safe. Now you may have noticed that, if you're a frequent watcher, that there wasn't any ladder anxiety for the last couple of weeks, and that's because I had a concussion. I just realised that looks a bit like the Horde symbol from World of Warcraft. Yes, I am one of those. Anyway, I had a concussion. I helped my parents do DIY. Don't do that. No, I was trying to be a nice son, and I just got a clout around the head, and I got a concussion, so I was off work for a week. You may have noticed that the Let's Play of Global Space project kept on going up. If that's something that you watch as well, that's brilliant. Because I had all of those episodes pre-recorded and edited, so all I had to do is kind of just do a bit of finishing off on the edit and then post them up. So I'm going to go hatch first, then gas, then pool. So hatch on 14, then build drones up to 16, then go gas as soon as you can afford it, and then spawning pool as soon as you can afford it, and then the spawning pool should finish almost exactly the same time as this hatchery, and you'll have enough money, i.e. 300, to get 2 queens, so 1 each hatch, which is just a nice build I quite like. So he's walling in at the front here. He's got a gas early, which could mean any amount of things. He could be going fast factory, or he could be going Reaper, because Reaper is really popular again. But seeing as he's got 100 gas, he's either bad going for Reaper, or he's going to drop down a factory somewhere pretty quick. But he doesn't have the money for it, and he is going for another gas. So we might see an early starport, so that could be anything like maybe Hellion drops or Hellbat drops. So he's going factory here. There's still an awful lot of gas he's got going down, seeing as he has 10 SCVs and he's not getting a CC because he hasn't got enough money, because he put down that factory so early. You see he's got it selected here. There we go. As soon as he had 150, there's the orbital coming down. Meanwhile he's scouting out. He's gone the wrong way, he's gone cross spawns or actual vertical spawns. There's not really much for him to look at the moment. I'm just waiting to get 100 gas so I can get Zergling speed. There we go, the hatchery's finished. I've got 2 queens on the way, and just drones. Yeah, nice and simple, and yeah, that's what you expect. So he's making a marine. He's got this factory in the way, so he's now got his orbital, so he's getting his mules down. But what is this gas for? It's a huge amount of gas. What's it going to be spent on? Oh, he's queued up, and here is his starport. So, again, this could be Hellion drop, but he's not making any Hellions. Could be Widowmine drop, but again, he's not really making anything, so it's hard to see what it is. It just gets a bit pokey here. Yeah, I'm not too worried about denying that scout too much, but here is a second starport. So this is going to be some crazy harass, most likely Banshees. So all I'm doing, I'm just making some Zerglings just to stay alive, because I know Reaper is very common. I've just gone into a base, I've seen this one Raxon factory. I can't remember if I lose that Overlord, but he's having a good shot at it. So yeah, I just want to be safe at the front, so just in case there's some early ground attack comes. Just not necessarily to be able to just destroy it, but make him turn back. Oh, and I do save this Overlord. Haha. So he's now just going to send this Marine out. He's come around here just to see if he can pick it up if it was going past, but no, I'm just going to sit on top of the Sydney Opera House right there. So, just got a pack of Zerglings. I'm still droning. Nothing exciting. I'm spreading Overlords around just for standard vision. This one is a good place because it spots drops unless they're right tucked up against the side here, but you can always float one. Yeah, this is your base, it's pretty safe there. So I've got Link Baneling, and I'm just, there's my lair coming down. So it's a reasonably timed lair, 6.5, 7 minutes. It's not a particularly fast lair, but it's not that bad. So now I'm going metabolic boost, which is quite late. I think I forgot about that. Oh dear. The wonders of hindsight. You go, how did I miss that? I thought I got that earlier, but nope, I just missed it entirely. So I'm now nicely saturated on my natural. The Strain's going to come out and take third base because I've got enough money for it. I'm ahead in supply. I mean, I don't know this, but I don't see any attack coming because this Overlord here, we just check my vision. Oop. You can just see half this ramp. You can see there's no guys coming down. There's nothing mining on here. And you can see there's no army kind of pushing its way down here because I suppose you could sneak it round, but then you might not realise that that's got that much vision. But in reality, he has a couple of Marines. He's going full-on turtle style, a couple of mines because he's going Cloak Banshee. Yep, he's already got Cloak. There we go. So he's going to get a nice number of Cloak Banshee and then he's going to push out, which is going to be really, really devastating because I don't have anything. I have got Lair though, so I can get some Overseers, go up to Hydras, maybe get a Spire. Those are good, but mainly Spores. And all those Spores got a recent buff that's mainly just for Zerg because they're good versus Bio, which the only flying Bio is Zerg. So it doesn't really help you against Terran drops or harassed by Warp Prism or anything, which is disappointing. I'd like to see that bonus brought up, and I am going for a Spire here, just because I'm going to, Ling Bling Muta, just because it's good against a wide variety of things. Getting central hooks, and this Overlord does spot these coming in, but unfortunately I can't really do anything about it. All I can do is drop, a couple of spores. So here it comes in, he cloaks them all. He's going to take down the Queen first. That Queen actually escapes with 1 HP. Hero Queen! And it has a kill. I must have been there to be earlier, but yeah, he butchers my mineral line there. Meanwhile, I go, right, I know you don't have much at home to defend. Forgetting, of course, that this is Heart of the Swarm and that these things exist. So do the worst thing possible. I'm actually going to send in 1 Zergling at a time. You thought I was just going to run that whole pack in. I'm not that dumb. Oop. So I'm just going to keep on trailing 1 Zergling in at a time. 1 or 2. There we go. Just to try and eat up some of those mine hits. And now I run in. But there's still more mines. And there goes all of my things. Instant promotion to Captain there. Meanwhile at home, more Banshees. Yeah, why not? But I do have Spores down. That Queen is still alive. That's incredible. So, hey. Hey, I got another base. Go there, Queen. So I still have... I'm not worried about getting out a big ground army, because I know he doesn't really have a ground army. So I'm getting mutas, and I'm just refreshing my drones. Because I've lost the base. I am on the back foot here. He hasn't expanded yet, and he doesn't really have an army at home, and he is supply blocked. But he does have more supply for me. He's now getting his expansion down. But he is doing a lot of damage with these. I'm losing workers, but now here come the mutas. They've got vision because of this Spore Crawler at the back, and they clear those up very nicely. So, I took a lot of damage there. If we just go to the units lost there. Yeah, I lost a lot more than he did, about twice as much. So, yeah, I'm really behind there. Oh, and also another note is not that APM. Well, I say that has gone up to 200. It's been fixed. I noticed it right at the start of Heart of the Swarm is that when I'm playing a match against one of my friends, he's in. I think he's in Bronze League because he's like basically only ever played a couple of online matches. He's not the best player in the world, but hey, we weren't when we started either. But it was showing him having something like 150 APM, which is obviously not right, and I had like 300, which is not right. I mean, I'm going up to, high 70s, low 80s, and then, when I'm spamming out units, it rockets up, but that's just Zerg for you, as that's what happens if you have a whole bunch of lava and hold the Z button, or indeed any button, just as long as you have the resources. There you go, instant army. which is why I like Zerg. So he's pushed out his Widow Mines here to take this base. Still, where's that captain? He's still here. Yeah, the captain Widow Mine there. His recruit Widow Mines. And here comes in some Zerglings, and there goes some Zerglings. And some friendly fire damage there. But I do soak up the Widow Mine shots on the Zerglings so that my mutas can come in and don't have to worry about it, which is a great, great thing. I'm getting +1 attack. I might have waited for that to finish, but I was kind of... I didn't want to give him the opportunity to kind of build up behind this, and I lose a big chunk of mutas to these Widow Mines, which you never really want to do, and this bunker as well. So you can see they're dropping down. He cloaks the Banshees. They're not doing anything, they're just not dying because they're cloaked. If you pushed out with these, that's all my anti-air. It's that Spore Crawler and that one. And all of the rest of my anti-air is over here, dying slowly to all of the missile turrets in the world. And then these Widow Mines. So I go, alright, I'll get these 3 out of here. Nope, just one. I do like Widow Mines, they're hilarious. So I'm now getting Queen back up at that base. So I was kind of concentrating on that a bit too much. My money's getting very high. My gas is quite low, which is kind of the reason my money's high, is that I'm on 2 bases. I don't have the money to... Well, I have the money, I don't have the lava to go huge amounts of Zerglings. And then I'm spending my gas on mutas, so I still have a lot of resources left over in the minerals department. Now I've got my queen. I'm retaking my main. Well, I suppose if you say you took it the first time before the game started, this is my 3rd main. Yeah, that went amazingly well, didn't it? But I have got overlords here, you know, just looking around. You know, these bases I still don't have vision of, which is, you know, I should probably get vision of these in case he's hidden one, but I'm checking he doesn't have a 3rd. That's really what I'm worried about, is kind of, you know, the so-called quote-unquote macro cheese, but that's not going to happen. He's, you know, he's only just rebuilding his 2nd base, because he is basically mined out of this 1st base. You know, not that much money here at all. You know, maybe 1,000 minerals here altogether, so... His gas, again, is also quite low because he's been mining that. You know, these are entirely fresh, so 2,500 and then 800 and 600 on that one. So, but he's now not using his starports, even though he's got a huge chunk of gas, because he has no money. He has literally no money. He is making tanks, which is really good to defend. He's got a good amount of marines and mines, so he's pretty well sorted here. He's got, you know, it's not a great defense, but then he hurt me so much, and then he flew over all of these Banshees, and I think these were still cloaked from when my mutas attacked. So they arrive and empty cloaked because they've run out of energy here. So he's going to focus down the hatchery here, but my mutas are on their way. These are on their dying legs here. Wings, really. I mean, you know, it takes up a couple more workers. I run that queen away again. Try to make some spores, but I didn't realise these were low on energy until they reappeared. So I was like panic building these spores just to try and get them up. But of course, my main was my lair. I lost that, so want to try and rebuild that. So I'm starting to settle down now. I've got, you know, 2 bases, taking my 3rd main again. And he's on 2 bases. He's got a nice tank placement there, the bunker in the front, a good spread of marines, missile turrets. Yeah, he's pretty well turtled up here. I mean, if I went all in, took all my workers and pushed, I could probably do it. But I took so much damage. I'm worried what he's got sitting behind this, and he's now going Thor because I've got mutas, which is a really good response. They're not like, they're not the hard counter to mutas, because you can focus down a Thor with mutas, but their splash damage is really good. And if you've got other splash damage like mines, and then you've just got any number of marines at any point ever, you're going to be doing good against mutas. Especially a Ling muta that, light bio, they don't have a lot of health, so he's getting Hellbats as well, which is again really good for what I have, because I've just my ground army is Lings, and tank Hellbat is amazing against Lings because Hellbats, they do conal fire, so it's good AoE. I'm starting to take a fourth base over here. The tanks, obviously, they do AoE with the big shelling, and then he's got the Thors and the Marines there to stop it getting overrun by mutas. So he's actually playing really smart, apart from the fact that he's entirely, well, nearly entirely mined out. He's only got one worker on these. He built these starports ridiculously early on, hurt his economy for it, and now he's not using them just because my muta count is too high. There's nothing he can really deal with these against. You could go Mass Viking, but if I see Mass Viking, I'm just going to go Mass Zergling Baneling and just overrun the front, and then Vikings don't really do very well on the ground. They can land, but they're pretty terrible. So yeah, I'm sorted, I'm recovered. My money's still a bit high, but that'll start to come down once I start building some workers to send over here, or just some units. And my supply is heavily in advance of his. I'm just getting some overseers because I don't want to lose all my mutas to mines again. But you can still lose mutas to mines. Oh, he's a commander now. High-ranking Widowmine. Salute you, sir. So yeah, I'm getting overseer with my Lings as well. I could have I couldn't have made Banelings. I just realised, why am I making them Banelings? I don't have a Baneling nest, it died. But I am going Infestors. Again, this could be timed better than the Orient Constitution finished, and there's still a good 30 seconds on the Infestors. So I could start those earlier, but I don't want to do what I'm pretty sure it was. I can't remember actually. It might have been DreamHack, but there was a StarCraft 2 Pro event where Day 9 was casting, and there was a Zerglair. I can't remember who he was playing against, but that's not important. Facts aren't important. Remember this. Basically, there's the scan going down. Where's it going down? Ah, there. Nothing. Absolutely nothing for that scan. But yeah, Day 9 was obviously watching the production tab, and he said, I think he's built his Infestors 1 second early, and he had spawned, I think, like 10, 11 Infestors with basic energy, and then just lost instantly because he got into the guy pushed, and he just couldn't fungal. He didn't have energy for fungal. He threw out infested Terrans, that's all he could do, and it didn't really do much. So I'm starting to transfer workers over to this fourth base, getting spores again to try and prevent any kind of Banshee, and I'm just sitting, I'm nearly maxed out, just waiting for these Infestors. I'm getting swarm hosts behind this because I know he's turtling up, because I can see he's taking this third base, I can see it here. Random. Alright, then they're on the move command. Hooray! You will live for another day, Overlord. And I just absolutely maul this. How many Zerglings do I actually have at this stage? 116 and 30 meters. 28 meters. Correction. I think that might be enough Zerglings. But again, he does a big Dune drop here. And to be fair, that's my third main gone. Oh, there's a friendly Thor there. But I just overwhelm this. Those mice don't have time to burrow. I fungal everything anyway. And, units lost. I'm still behind, but I'm not as proportionally far behind as I was, let's say. And I do still have 103 Zerglings, which in anybody's books is sufficient, especially seeing as they are, they're 1-1. They chew through things, they're only 1-1. They're not even 1-1, they're just 1-0. And I just do what any good Zerg would do and just maul the front here. And guess what? I lost all of my risks to mines. Oh dear. But I did free up a lot of supply, and I've now got 11 swarm hosts on the back of this. I've cleaned out his third base and his natural. All the workers are gone. He's got a couple of Hellbats, so he's going to block off that ramp, so I can't get up here. But everything on the ground here is just free money. Free money. if he's invested in these supply depots and so forth, he's going to lose them, but that doesn't really affect him because he's only got 30 supply. I'm 100 supply ahead at this stage. I can afford to lose these lings. I should probably just ram them at Hellbats. I do get one, but yeah. Hellbats are good. They have, more health than a Mutalisk. And they do a big spray, 30 damage versus light, so 2 sprays can take out a Zergling. Click on a Zergling. There we go. So barely, a couple of upgrades. If I don't get more armor, he gets a couple of attack upgrades for mech to kill Zerglings in one hit, which is insane. And I do have my investors here. I'm being careful because I can't remember if he might have put down more turrets. I realise he doesn't have scan energy, so I saw all these mules, so I just pooped down some infested Terrans, and they attack him. Haha. I kill maybe 1 or 2 mules, but that's not important. The fact is the mules are over here, not here, and that just costs me energy, and that's like hurt his money situation really bad. And now the big swarm host infested civ is going to come in. He's going to try and micro against these, but locusts are just really good. Got armor for them. They don't have attack, but you don't need it because they just come in such big numbers, and it's just an unstoppable wave. They can tank a lot of damage, and look at them just deal that out. And he just leaves. He can't do anything against that. I've got streaming another 2. How many lings do I have? Another 50 lings. And 15 swarm hosts. 26 locusts. I didn't realise it counted locusts. That's quite cool. I'm not sure why you'd ever need to know that. But anyway. And I'm getting 3, 2, and then adrenal glands, another base. I was taking my 4th main. It's been a bad game defensively when you take your main for the 4th time. Oh, dearie me. But it was good fun. I really felt like I very nearly GG'd when I lost my main, and then quite a lot of stuff at my natural, including all my tech and everything, and I could only make drones and muters after that Banshee harass. I nearly quit the game right there, just because I didn't think I could get back into it, but, I stuck in it, and, he invested so heavily in that so early on that he didn't have a follow-up. I expect that he really is used to winning with that straight up, and I countered. I got rid of all of them. Look at that! Look at because it's all of those want to go there, and it's just like so bright and glowy. It's amazing. I am easily amused. You may have noticed this. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching that train wreck of a game, and I'll see you all next time. If you'd like to like and subscribe, that would be brilliant. Just click on the annotations I put on the screen somewhere. Let's just click at the Xelnaga. Click on the Xelnaga and you will subscribe. Click on the Horde logo and you will, I don't know, have some kind of party. Alright guys, see you next week. Goodbye.